Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Moose Minute Project. That's right. It is a Friday evening, July 5th. Had a great yesterday. Going live tonight, a little different time. Went to Baraboo, Janesville, and now back home. So it's been a little bit of a road trip today. A lot of laughs, giggles, absolutely downpoured in the Dells for a while today. And we made it home to blue skies and sunshine now this evening. So, the Moose Minute Project today labeled, Are You Ready? So my question to you is if your life is not where you want it right now, how does it get where you want it? If you're waiting for it on a ship or a boat or a train, it's not going to come in unless you change. So you have to make some changes. You have to change some mindset stuff. It just doesn't find you, I don't think. You have to change yourself. Personally, emotionally especially. And the way you talk about yourself or the way you talk in your mind about yourself as well. The only place I never lack self-confidence is on the bowling alley or in a sales office. I'm very confident that way. Body-wise, things like that, I've always been self-conscious of it and lacking the confidence in myself because of my size or whatever it may be. My health held me back for a while there. But selling stuff or, like I said, on a bowling alley, I'm very confident. I am very positive about myself. Sometimes the outcomes aren't great, but especially in the sales world, I feel I can sell anything. So I came to this conclusion before my 50th birthday, but was doing a lot of studying into it, a lot of looking into it, and I needed to change. I had a lot of downs. There was no doubt about it. I was fighting the downward spiral to just not a happy life, period. I could fake it out in front. I could show a lot of people that way. But the true side always came out at home. I isolated. I did a lot of that stuff. I get overwhelmed a little bit with my stroke stuff, but so I guess you have to make the change. And that goes for at work to your personal life to wherever it may be. If you want change, you have to change. So, as owners and managers, if you are unhappy how things are going, if you're unhappy with the dynamics in your building, you could sit in your office and just let it go. Or you can have individual meetings trying to get to know your workers. Of course, the smaller the company, the more and quicker bad feeling flies around and the cancer goes around. The only good thing is the sooner you hear about it. And maybe it's kept quiet, but you're still just struggling with the overall culture in your building. Take a deep look at yourself. See how things go with your employees, how you talk to them, how you work with them, and make the changes. So if you want change, you have to change. Personally, business, whatever it may be. Friends are the same way. Those that you hang out with the most will be who you turn into, most likely. So depending on what you want and how you want it done, you're going to have to change. There's no doubt about it. And I've done a lot of looking into it and a lot of studying that portion of it. And it is just, if you're going to make changes and you want things to start going in the right direction, you need to start looking in the right direction and making the changes to the right direction. So if you are looking into changing your culture at work, if you're blessed with good workers and you're blessed with a great attitude right now, you still have to keep changing. And that is just making sure that you're involved, that you're welcoming people. Are you making rounds just to see how everybody's going? Are you making rounds to see if anybody is struggling? You know, over the 4th of July weekend is always going to be a tough one. You know, things change quick. Every day things change quick with families and loved ones or whatever it may be. And maybe somebody just struggling over the weekend. And people are like, man, it's just hard to work. And you got to take those people aside and figure out what's going down and have those conversations and work with them. I'm truly blessed where I'm at. Jacob sits down and we talk about things going on, because I have a lot of stuff going on personally and a lot of stuff going on with family stuff. But you have to have those conversations, and don't expect your employees to give you 110% or 100% if they don't feel you're invested in them. If you're not asking those questions, if you're not changing, if you're not making those differences in people's lives. And a lot of times it's not money related. A lot of your employees are not driven. The money's a factor for them to come to work. But for them to be happy and for them to enjoy work, money sometimes isn't it. But that's where you have to find it out. Is it somebody that would rather have one extra day off here and there, or where they don't get a lot of vacation time or something like that? Is it just, hey, you know what? I see you got a lot going on. How about you take a half a day and, you know, really take your time and get it straightened out? I think as a business owner, it's tougher because I think you look from the side of the books and everything else, and you're like, push, 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 try to make more and more and more. And in some time, those really good employees are going to hit a barrier at some point in their life, whether it's a loss of a loved one, loss of a good friend, or just they're going through some crazy shit. And you have to sit down and really figure it out. So if you're going to change anything in your culture, it has to start with you. That's personal life, family life, wherever it may be, your health to mental stability to mental clarity and happiness. In order for change to happen, you have to change. And in order for success and be successful, you have to change as well. So I can guarantee that if you're not happy where things are right now, and you haven't changed and you don't change, 5 years from now, the crap's going to be the same. It's not going to go well. It's not going to be happy. It's going to be the same. If you don't change whatever you're in now, it will be the same down the road. So make the changes, make the adjustments. You know, if you're an owner and you got a good solid manager with you or a coworker that's similar to a manager, you don't necessarily, you might have to pay them, but try to figure that out and try to figure out and have those conversations and try to build the team orientation of, hey, we're all here together. They don't work for you. You should be working for them, and trying to make everybody as successful as possible. So if they're making you a lot of money, a small Pizza Hut party or free subs for the day doesn't quite cut it. The other thing is, you know, celebrating workers' birthdays or anniversaries or making deals for somebody that's been with you for a long time, is a huge thing. Trying to find people to stay committed to you and be loyal to you for years and years. I mean, I look at my dad. My dad was with one company for 40 years, and it's kind of an unheard of thing. I mean, I wanted to stay with one company, and the longest tenure I've made is 15, or just shy of 15. and right now I look at it, if I'm at the company I'm at now for 15, I'll be 65. So, or 64, I guess, because I've been there a year. But if you're wanting to have that longevity in things, you really have to sit down and evaluate how you come across, how your business ran, and then start making the changes. Again, there's that word. You have to change. And you have to talk about the good and the bad. And then you have to be open to criticism and have to listen to it without getting defensive. And that's the hard part for anybody. And that was me included. People would come to me with things and I would automatically get defensive. And it just doesn't work well for that scenario. You have to be able to talk about it. But also, if somebody comes to you, take time. Take time to answer. I know people are all busy right now and everybody's shorthanded. But I don't think it's all we're shorthanded because of the lack of workers. I think there's not enough companies right now that are truly promoting to come and work for them, for a great environment, for anything else. I think that's why you're seeing $4,500 signing bonuses or $2,500 signing bonuses or 2 weeks of automatic vacation starting the day of hire or whatever it may be. Because the culture they know is not good. So you got to bribe them in some form. So that's where I'm at with the Moose Minute Project today. I thank everybody for watching it. And thanks for everybody that gives me feedback when they see it or messages. I really appreciate all of that. So thanks for tuning into the Moose Minute Project. I am going to head to see Mom, I think Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. I'm going up to Hudson and make that trip. And we'll go from there. But as you guys know, this Moose Minute Project is in honor of my mom battling late stage Alzheimer's, and she's given it everything she has. She's fighting with every ounce, and there's no doubt she is a fighter, and that's kind of where I get it from. I don't back down easy, and I'll say it face to face to people if I have to of things that go on, but just truly appreciate each and every one of you that listens and are involved in this. And then we're now 18 days from me being 7 years post-stroke, and I've got my left side back. I've got all that. I've had some other hiccups along the way since then, but nothing I can't get over, nothing I can't go forward with. So that is the Moose Minute Project for July 5th. Man, summer is going by quick again. But July 5th, that's where we're at today, and I hope everybody had a safe holiday yesterday. It's weird. I listened to Bob Marley, one of the comedians. I love listening to Bob Marley. He brought it up today as it's the only holiday that we wish everybody to have a safe holiday. Have a safe 4th of July. We don't say, hey, have a safe Christmas or have a safe Easter. Because we all know there's beer drinking involved or alcohol involved, barbecues to lighter fluid to flames, and then throw in sparklers, firecrackers, all the normal things like the stories I talked about yesterday. So that's where we're at. So have a great night. It's hard to believe the sun is out and shining, so I think everybody is happy about that. A good, clean evening. And we'll be back on Monday morning with another Moose Minute. But appreciate it all for you guys tuning in. Have a great night. And as always, if you can bless someone, take the opportunity to do so. It will be truly appreciated. And it does not have to be financially, like I've said before. A simple hi, a simple thank you to vets, whatever it may be, especially this weekend. Being Independence Day. Though there's a lot of people that have fought for our independence here in this great United States. And we're going to need all the help we can get to continue on fighting, that's for sure. So, we're going to get along, and we're going to wrap up the Moose Minute tonight, and have a great evening. We'll talk soon.